Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Got a question for you. When life and circumstances aren't going the way you want them to, how do you turn that around? What's the mindset that you got to have to change the outcome? I want to explore that with you and give you my thoughts. But before we do that, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Click the like button, ring the bell, and share with like-minded people. You know, I woke up this morning thinking about a young man I met a couple of weeks back. I was up in the mountains looking at property, and I decided to go to a Mexican restaurant, set up at the bar, have a couple of drinks, and eat. When I walked in to set up at the bar, this young black man came up to me. He was probably about 25. Just really outgoing, great smile, good looking kid. Just outgoing personality. He introduced himself. We started talking, and I was like, "Damn, what a sharp guy." Anyway, we talked for a pretty good while, and it was all good and all positive. But then toward the end of the conversation, he started telling me what was holding him back and why he couldn't do this and why he couldn't do that, and all the dreams he had and all the aspirations he had. But then he started telling me that he actually just got out of jail, how he was railroaded, shouldn't have went to jail. He only had like a half pound of pot in his car. This is a state that pot's illegal. And then he said, well, my father's still in prison. He went to prison when I was like 2, so I grew up without a father. And he just started whiny babying. I can't make it in life. Life's holding me back. And it really started to break my heart. And I started thinking, man, if that young man could just see what I see. But see, he saw himself as a victim. He saw himself that life was holding him back and that he couldn't make it because of his father and because he's been to jail and all these things. And if he learned to reframe that to what I saw, because here's what I saw. I saw a young, handsome, charismatic, intelligent, energetic, smart young man that could have the world by the balls, quite frankly. I mean, he had his whole life to go kick some ass, and there would be nothing holding him back but the way he frames what's in his mind. With that kind of thought process, he doesn't have much of a chance. But I promise you, if he saw himself like I saw him, he would be like, man, I could do anything. He was an amazing young man, and it broke my heart. Anyway, we continued to talk. I gave him my information. I actually wish I would have got his information so I could reach out to him. Anyway, the point of this story is, it really got me thinking. You got to be able to reframe the way you see things. And you can turn things around. You can turn almost any situation into a positive. And trust me, life will kick your butt. No matter who you are, we all have issues. We all have life circumstances that are trying to knock us down. And if you don't have any today, I promise you, unfortunately, they're coming. That's just the way it is. So I want you to think about something. Whatever you put in here, whatever you're saying to yourself, is probably going to come true. So if you're telling yourself that you can't make it in life because the man's holding you back, or my family's holding me back, or I was born in this circumstance, well, you'll prove yourself right. But if you tell yourself, you reframe things and you tell yourself, hey, I had this circumstance, but I'm strong. I'm here now. I'm young. I'm aggressive. I can learn what I need to succeed. I'll put in the effort. Nothing's going to stop me. If that young man had that thought process, I promise you he could be a world beater. Anyway, we all can make excuses, but they won't get you anywhere. And if you want to say that your excuses are justified, I got two names for you. One is Nick Santos. That's what he goes by. His real name is Nick Santos. And I want you to Google him and tell me you have excuses in life. And if that doesn't do it for you, I want you to Google David Goggins. Both those people are two of my favorite people on the planet. It's amazing what life has thrown at them and how they have taken their circumstances and made a huge, huge success out of life. And what you can learn from them is how to reframe the way you think. I'm going to leave a link to them and their name so you can Google them or go to the link at the end of this video. Please look them up. And if you watch and learn about their life circumstances and where they started from, and you still got excuses, please, by all means, leave a comment, because we need to talk. Anyway, this is Uncle Ray. I'm not always right, but I'll be right here for you, and we'll figure it out. Remember, whatever goes in, whatever you tell yourself is probably going to come true. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Take care, guys.